Moses was a shepherd now. He had once been a prince in a big shiny palace in Egypt, but that was a long, long time ago. Now his days were quiet and slow. He watched the fluffy sheep as they munched on grass under the big hot sun. He led them through dusty valleys and up rocky hills, looking for fresh water and green patches. It was the same thing every day. One day something very strange happened. Moses saw a bush on a mountain, and the bush was on fire. But this was no ordinary fire. The flames danced and flickered bright and orange and hot, but the bush wasn't burning up. As Moses stepped closer, a voice boomed out from the middle of the fire.
Moses, Moses!
Here I am.
Do not come any closer. Take off your sandals, for you are standing on holy ground. I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob.
Moses was so scared and so full of wonder that he hid his face. God told Moses, I have seen how my people are suffering in Egypt. I have heard their cries, so I have come down to rescue them. I will bring them out of that land and into a new home, a good land, a land flowing with milk and honey. And you, Moses, God said, you are the one I'm sending to Pharaoh. You will lead my people, the Israelites, out of Egypt. Moses' eyes grew wide. Him, a simple shepherd, go to the most powerful king in the world? First Moses touched the Nile, and all the water in Egypt turned to blood. The fish died and the river stank. Then came frogs everywhere, frogs in their beds, frogs in their food, frogs hopping all over the palace. Then came tiny biting gnats. Then swarms of buzzing flies filled the Egyptians' homes. A terrible sickness came upon all their farm animals. Painful boils broke out on the people. A huge hailstorm with fire mixed in the ice rained down and smashed everything. Swarms of locusts flew in and ate every green plant left. Thick, heavy darkness covered all of Egypt for 3 whole days. But with each plague, Pharaoh's stubborn heart grew harder and harder. He would not obey God. He was about to find out he was wrong. Because Pharaoh's heart was hard, God showed his great power. God sent 10 terrible troubles called plagues upon the land of Egypt. God told Moses to give his people special instructions. Each family was to take a perfect lamb without any spots or blemishes. Paint the lamb's blood on the top of your doorframe. Paint the lamb's blood on the sides of your doorframe. When I see the blood, I will pass over your house. That night, while they wait inside, roast the lamb. Eat it with bitter herbs. Eat bread made without yeast. Eat quickly, with your sandals on, with your staffs in your hands, ready to leave at a moment's notice. That night, a great sadness fell over Egypt. The angel of death passed through the kingdom. From the palace of Pharaoh to the hut of the poorest servant, the firstborn son died. But in homes where the blood was on the door, everyone was safe. Pharaoh's own son was gone. His heart was broken. In the middle of the night he sent for Moses and Aaron. "Get out!" he screamed. "Leave my people!" The Egyptians were desperate to send them away. They gave silver, they gave gold. After 430 long years, God's people were finally free. The journey was long and the people soon found themselves trapped. In front of them was a huge body of water, the Red Sea. Then they looked behind them and gasped. A cloud of dust was rising in the distance. It was Pharaoh's army. Pharaoh had changed his mind again.
Were there not enough graves in Egypt?
But Moses stood tall.
Do not be afraid. Stand firm and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today.
The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still.
Raise your staff and stretch out your hand over the sea to divide the water.
Moses did just as God commanded. He lifted his staff, a mighty east wind began to blow. It blew through the night, pushing the water back. The sea parted. Water piled into 2 giant walls, right wall, left wall. A wide, dry path appeared down the middle. The Israelites walked on dry land, walls of water towering beside them. When the last of them had reached the other side, the Egyptian army charged into the seabed after them. Moses stretched out his hand again. The walls of water came crashing down, and they sang a song of praise to the one who had saved them. His chariots, his horsemen, his best soldiers were swallowed up by the sea. Not one survived. That day all of Israel saw the great power of the Lord. They were truly free, rescued by their amazing promise-keeping, way-making God. From a simple shepherd who thought he was nobody, to standing before the most powerful king in the world, to seeing God make a road where there was only water, Moses learned that it was never about being strong or clever or brave. It was about God being with him, just as he had promised. God had kept every promise. He had protected them. He had rescued them. He had shown that no power on earth could stand against the God of Israel. And so they sang their song of victory, praising the God who makes a way where there is no way.